Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Happy Tuesday everybody. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Welcome mo sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN at welcome mo sa Legal Advice Corner. Ayan, exciting ho tonight because nakakasama ho natin na live after more than a month's absence no? O hindi ho natin siya masyadong nakasama ng live dahil nasa Pilipinas ho at syempre nakikipag-bonding with family and friends, and I think it's been a very hectic trip back home do sa ating pinakamamahal na abogada. Hindi ko na ho pahahabain dahil baka magkakwentuhan kami ng pagkahaba-haba ng mga nangyari sa Pilipinas, yung kanyang mga meet sa kanyang mga old friends, classmates, and of course mga relatives. Hindi ko na pahahabain po mga kaibigan. Dito po yung pinaka puso at heart and the soul of the show dahil siya naman ho ang eksperto ho sa larangan ho ng batas dito ho sa United Kingdom. So welcome ho, good evening ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Hindi lamang ho sa United Kingdom, maging sa ating mga kababayan na nasa apat na sulok ng Europe na nanonood sa atin. At hindi lang yan, buong mundo na nanonood ho sa atin. Welcome ho sa ating program. Pakikilala ko na ho, ang batang-bata hong managing partner ho ng Deo Volante Solicitors. Napakahusay ho. Pride ho natin mga Pilipino dito ho sa United Kingdom dahil, kumbaga, abogada ho na Pilipina ang nasa tuktok ho ng isang law firm. Nasa helm, ika nga, managing partner. Mga kaibigan, yung pinakamamahal ho natin, the one and only, of course, si Attorney DANNA QUINTO. Attorney, magandang gabi. Happy Tuesday. And welcome back,
Yes, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy Tuesday. Happy New Year. Kahit 17th of January na. So this is the first episode for this year, 2023. After is what you said, a month's absence siguro. Mga isang buwan din na wala dito kasi it's a mixture of holiday, jet lag. Nakapag-uwi pa ako ng trangkaso at ng jet lag. So, thank you for bearing it with us. Tuloy po kayo ulit. Welcome back. Welcome dito sa ating Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan. Kamusta? Ikaw ay fresh na fresh pa rin at ikaw ay may pet ka na. Pagbalik ko, actually, you got
yes.
the pet. You got the pet, I think, shortly before I left for the Philippines. At pinakita kasi ni Mr. Laragan sa akin. Alam niyo naman ako, mahilig ako sa aso. So, ayan ba ang co-host natin ngayon? Andiyan na ba? O tulog na yung co-host? Hindi, yan ang akin. Yan ang aso ko. That's my dog.
Yeah, si Bruno.
Yeah.
Oo. Anong aso to, attorney? Anong aso anong
German
breed
Shepherd.
niya, ni Bruno? German Shepherd. Okay.
Yeah, German Shepherd.
Okay.
Mas
Malaki yata yan, di ba?
Malaki,
Okay,
very big, but very loving, napakakulit at napakalambing. na aso. I think, most most dogs are. Sorry, may ano pa tayo, may konting upo
Hindi,
tayo.
okay lang, okay
Most
lang.
dogs are, yeah, may winter, winter dito, and
Oy, -4
madami,
kanina sa amin, ha?
minus
Dito
4,
sa
ano ba sabi?
dito sa Southwest London, -4 ang kaninang umaga. Yang around 7, ganyan, no? Oh, -4. So, -5, -4 yata. Hindi ko alam kung ano sa inyo. Diyan sa Bedford.
2 degrees ngayon. I don't know earlier
Wow, 2
kung
degrees.
anong umaga. Okay lang naman. I mean, bago ko umalis for Philippines, yun yung malamig, yun yung nag--6. And then when I got back, mild. So, parang hindi naman ako na-shock. Mga 9 degrees ata nung pag-landing ko. Tapos, slowly it's getting colder and colder na naman. But,
It is.
okay lang yun.
Oo.
Getting colder.
It is, di ba?
Talagang
Inaasahan
winter.
daw yata na. Oo, inaasahan yata attorney na mag-snow yata this week yata, no? Pero nag-snow na yata lang yesterday. Oo, nag-snow na yata, no?
Yeah, I saw a few of our kababayans. Minsan sa Facebook lang ako titingin, makikita ko na yung weather report kasi masipag tayong mag-post ng snow. So I saw a few kababayans up north na may snow ata. Not here in Bedford, dito, makulimlim, gloomy, dark, malamig, getting colder. So, sa mga inom po ng vitamin C at sa mga katulad ko na medyo may yung nagre-recover, I think keep warm at wag mo na magpalamig sa labas. Iba. I mean, I forget na ito talaga nasa gitna pa lang tayo ng winter eh. Ito yung kasagsagan, ito actually yung pinakamalamig sa atin. But it's okay, malapit na, it's nearly there, malapit na spring, at
Oo nga.
makakapag-adventure dahil kahit galing tayo sa adventure iniisip na natin. Sana makapag-hike talaga tayo this year, Mr. Laragan. Ilang taon
Okay.
na natin
Okay lang ba kung may aso? Okay lang ba kung may aso, attorney? Okay lang ba?
yan.
Oh,
Marami
okay.
mo nakikita doon.
Si Bruno ba? How old is Bruno?
11 months si Bruno. 11 months yan.
Bata pa.
Bata pa yan.
Bata pa. Oo, grabe, no? Ang laki kagad.
Pero ang laki.
Y-
Pag umano siya, alam mo yung pag tumatalon sila, nakita mo yung length nila.
Oo, tumatayo. Yeah. Oo.
Kasi taas ko yun pag tumatalon. Kasing taas ko.
Wow. Yung aso ko naman, itong sa aking papi ko naman, si Snooki yung pangalan. Malit na malit ang ilong, malit na malit ang bibig. Pag kumakain, ang budget mo lang dito in 1 month ng food mga 20 to 25 pounds a month. Oo, bili ka lang ng isang chicken, isang buong chicken. Siguro isang buong chicken, siguro mga half month yung kakainin o 2 months yung kakain. 1 month. Ganun, para magkano ba isang manok? Mga 4 5 pounds? Oo, lutuin mo. Ganun lang, oo.
Tapos i-freezer mo.
So freezer mo na lang. Sa ngayon, chicken ang kanyang we don't ayaw niya ng canned foods, yung mga binibili namin canned foods, o yung mga nasa delata, nabubuksan mo. Ayaw niya, maski chicken pa yun Gusto niya talagang chicken.
Totoong chicken.
Yung talagang
maganda
totoong chicken.
Foodie si Snooki.
Oo, foodie daw si Snooki siya nga pala, well, you said yung, di ba, itong panahon na to medyo sinisipon ka, masama ang panahon, malamig pa lalo ngayon. I think this is the worst time of the year, yata, to have a puppy. Kasi, train mo, ilalabas mo yun dog, kung puppy kasi ilalabas mo yun, attorney pag gising mo ng umaga, jijinggalin mo muna, tsaka baka yung kanyang number 1, tsaka number 2. Okay? And then, pagkatapos niya, when you come in, pakakainin mo breakfast. Tapos kailangan nun mamaya-maya ilabas mo ulit dahil baka mag-second jingle or whatever, mag 1 and 2 ulit. Number 1 and number 2. So tapos it's a hassle, pero you have to live with it na lang, no? I was about to give up. I sabi ko after a few days, sabi ko kay Sol, give up ko na. Sabi niya, hindi, bigyan natin 1 week, okay, 1 month. So, but okay naman, okay naman. Yun nga, sa weather lang, pinag-uusapan natin kasi you're not feeling well, attorney. Pero ilang days na ba yan? When you arrive on Sunday, meron ka na from the Philippines.
Meron na. Ano po ako when did I arrive? Monday. Monday morning ako dumating eh. Monday morning. So, Sunday ako nag-plan. Haba, 18 hours. Meron na. Siguro na ako, few days na ako doon. At talagang umano siya, dumikit, dumikit sa akin ng ilang araw na medyo masama pa rin yung pakiramdam ko. But I had to go back to work dahil nga busy ang area of law namin ngayon, which is the topic today. Isang spoiler alert.
Okay, yeah.
January and divorces.
Ayan.
But ganito talaga, kahit tatanong ko, audience participation tayo. Normal ata to sa may mga, ako hindi ganun ka yung asthma ko. Very, minsan lang ako asthmahin. Pero yung trigger ko talaga, pag nagkatrangkaso ako ng winter, pag summer okay lang. Pag winter ako nagkatrangkaso, normally January, talagang pagkatapos ng trangkaso ko, nasusundan ako ng, ano yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, parang naninikip yung dibdib mo, meron yung nagko-constrict, then...
nagko-constrict yung dibdib ko.
Or parang hinahabol mo lang ng konti yung, it's okay, I think I'm used to it. Pre-COVID ganito every winter talagang may winter flu ka, so January, nagsa-stock up ka na ng paracetamol, Baroka, yung asthma medication. But it's okay. I think I'll get over it. It'll be fine. At marami naman tayong uwing mga good memories galing Pilipinas, especially si Direk Pao. Kung di nyo po alam, nagkita na rin Direk Pao sa Pilipinas. At napaka-small world dahil ang nanay ni Direk Pao ay kaklase niya, ang pinsan ko. So, it's a very small world. Ayun, kumain.
Pinsan mo, classmate ni pinsan mo, classmate ng mother ni Direk. Okay, small world.
Eldest sister ng dad ko, kasi taga Bulacan, yung namatay po na tito ko nung November.
Okay.
Hindi ko naabutan. Ninang ko rin po yan eh. So, si Ninang Marita. Ninang Marita hi sa Ninang ko sa heaven. Napakabait po nun. So, she's the eldest. So, that's the reason why ganun yung age gap dun sa pinsan ko. But yun, ang nanay ni Direk Pao, kaklase niyo yung
pinsan
ko. Nakakatuwa.
Wow.
Kumain.
It's a small world.
Yun na food tour sa Pilipinas. kumain ng lahat ng mga, alam mo naman tayong Pilipino, Mr. Laragan. Siyempre, ano ba yung namimiss natin sa Pilipinas? Number 1, family. So, check yung family, kitain ng pamilya. And number 2, syempre, pagkain. Pamilya at friends. And then, pagkain. Kain ng mga nasa Pilipinas lang o nasa Pilipinas ang oreg. So, I think I ate as much as I could fit in 20 days. But ikaw, pag umuwi ka ba, ano bang mga, may routine ka ba? May mga meron ka bang pinupuntahan parate?
Wala. Siguro some of my kababata, we get to see each other, ganon. Pero ikaw, teka muna, did you go all over? You went to Mindanao, di ba? Nagpunta ka pa nasa Bulacan ka. Sa ka nagpunta? Mukhang merong mga updates ka pa sa mga government, yung mga doon sa sa Mindanao, no?
That's different. That's not a holiday. So different yan. It's an advocacy. And if you're interested, siguro panoorin nyo lang yung executive session. But for the purpose of holiday, is nasa Manila ako, everywhere in Manila. So mga kababae, mga anak everywhere, including Bulacan, And then I flew out to Mindanao for a few days after the New Year. And then pagbalik ko
Mm.
ng Manila, um,
Mhm.
yung best friend ko dinala ko sa Bataan. Hello sa aking best
Oh,
friend na si Lord. And sa aking godchild na si LJ. So nakita ko yung aking inaanak for the first time. Kaya
wow.
talagang thank you sa best friend ko for driving for almost 4 hours. So diretso
From
ako
Manila to Bataan?
paglapag ko ng Manila,
Okay.
I just unpacked my suitcase and then diretso na ako sa Bataan kay dun sa inaanak ko, and then we stayed at Anvaya Cove, which is near Subic or sa Subic, Morong, Bataan.
Okay.
Napakaganda.
Wow.
Thank you din dun sa ano ko kay Lori for organizing that. And then I saw my friends Marikina. I think I was I was everywhere. Siguro kaya din ako
Wow.
natrangkaso towards the end of it because medyo hectic nga. I was trying to see as
Medyo
much
hectic.
people as I can. I was trying to, alam mo minsan, kikitain ko breakfast o kaya brunch. Tapos mga dalawang lunch, isang lunch, isa pang lunch. Siyempre, konti lang kakainin ko para naman hindi ako ano mo
Oo,
na,
siyempre.
diba, kailangan kumain ka talaga. So, sabi ko,
Mm.
naisip ko, naku, pag kinita ko ng isang brunch, mas marami akong kikita brunch, mga 2 o 3 lunch na tao. Iba-iba yung tao, may isang merienda, tas dinner, tas after dinner, ah dun siguro ako
Bu-
na
bu-
na masaya masaya sa atin. Alam mo naman yung inaano nila, it's more fun in the
yeah, yeah,
Philippines.
yes. It is. It is.
Andun yung
Oo,
mga
mas masaya ang
pamilya
Pilipinas.
natin. Oo, tas ayun, balik na tayo. Ang dami mga Pilipino natin na taga UK na umuwi din, kaso lahat hectic. Kikita mo sa newsfeed, lahat din kung ano-anong kung san-san din pumupunta, may binibisita. Yun lang, yun ang
Wow.
nakakatuwa sa atin na ano talaga doon. Alam mo yung na nanibago ka. Kasi matagal din eh. When I realized matagal din ako nawala. Pagbalik
How
ko,
many years yan,
mga
attorney?
20 na, I mean, a few years, but pagbalik ko dito sa UK, I mean, pagbalik ko, sabi ko, naku, ba't ang tahimik? Ang tahimik.
Panibago.
It
Oo.
was,
Oo.
naniwago talaga ako kasi alam mo naman sa atin, medyo maingay sa atin. May nagkakaraoke parate, or may mga asong tumatahol. Eh dito, di ba? Medyo tahimik ang tao. Yun ako, nanibago ko. Sabi ko, may nangyari ba? Bakit ang tahimik ng UK? And then I realized, ito yung normal natin. Tahimik talaga
Nabuhay.
dito.
Oo, tama ka. Tama, tama. Oo.
Tahimik yung environment. Wala nagkakaraoke. Walang yung alam mo yun,
Walang
walang
traffic.
sumisigaw na
Walang masyadong
tao,
traffic.
walang
Di ba?
traffic, walang
Traffic.
balot,
Pero, pero,
walang gano'n.
pero maingay ba? Mainit ba during that time? Masaya, maingay. Pero how was the weather naman? Medyo mild ba ang weather sa Metro Manila?
Medyo mild. I found it mild. I've been in
Mhm.
the Philippines, yung last punta ko na June, mainit. Yun ang mainit. Ito, makulimlim. Makulimlim most of the time. May umuulan-ulan. It wasn't
Okay.
as hot as I thought it would be. Pero may isang araw na feel ko, ay, ang init ah. Then, nung beach day
Mm.
namin, we were lucky dahil talagang cloudless, ganda. Pinagbigyan ako
Saan
ng
yan? Saan kayo
Pilipinas.
nag-beach day? Saan kayo nag-beach day,
Sa,
attorney?
sa Anvaya Cove, sa Subic.
Sa Bataan.
Anvaya Cove.
Okay, okay. I haven't been
Anvaya
to
Cove. Sa
Subic in a
Subic.
long time. I haven't been to Subic, but we were there. We were some of the first nung tumakas yung mga Amerikano at eventually mapunta na sa atin. Uh, Plus yung panahon ng naglahar-lahar, nakasakay ako ng helicopter. Sa Sikorsky yata yun. And we were going around when I was working at 1992 to. We're talking of 1992 when I was at Channel 5. So, Lahar 91. Basta ganun eh. We were
Yan,
all over.
yan.
Pati Subic, Subic yan, Subic Bay. So, hindi ko na alam ang itsura ng Subic sa Subic na napuntahan ko 30 years ago. Yan. Hindi ko na alam itsura ng Subic because I haven't been to Subic. Madalas ako nasa south, nasa Mindanao ako. Ayan, mga Jensan, nasa Cagayan de Oro, nasa Davao, ganyan, nasa Cebu, Bohol, ganyan. So, hindi ko napuntahan na yung north. I haven't been to Baguio in a long time, no? I plan on going to Baguio this time. Check out ko lang kung ano itsura na ng Baguio. To the Baguio that I've been to mga 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and the Baguio that I've been to 40, 50 years ago, no? Kasi malaking pinagbago eh. Malaking pinagbago.
Malaking pinagbago. Yung Skyway, Mr. Laragan, and it's newly opened ata last year. Nakatulong talaga kasi ako puro Skyways because Skyway po kasi nag-grab ako throughout. Laking tulong kumpara nung I think yung last week ko a few years ago yung wala pang Skyway, grabe yung traffic. And madami
okay.
infrastructures din na bago. Yung Johnson Airport bago. Yung Skyway yung pinaka natuwa ako kasi
Bakit? Hindi ko alam.
Nakakatulong kasi. Siguro lang yung mga na-save niya, especially going north, south to north, papuntang Bulacan, coming from gitna ng Manila, kahit BGC area ka, or sa south, laki ng, hindi ka na dadaan.
Galing.
Dadaan ng EDSA, hindi ka na dadaan.
Wala ka ng EDSA? Okay. Hindi ko alam yan.
May bayad lang. Siyempre may toll. But
so may dagdag ka lang sa Grab mo, may dagdag.
May dagdag ka sa toll. Sa Grab mo. So
yung toll lang dagdag mo. Okay. Ay, hindi ko alam yan. I'll have to check it out when I go back home. A friend of mine, may friend ako na merong resort diyan katabi nung kay Pacquiao. Kay Pacquiao, from Jensan, ano susunod sa Jensan going to your place? To Coronadal? Anong town or anong yun, basta may resort sila.
Meron doon.
Yung beach part na ano?
Sarangani yung beach part.
Hindi ko masyadong matandaan. Oo, kasi minsan nagda-drive lang ako. Meron akong pickup na pinapahiram sa akin si Sol. Magda-drive ako. Tapos puro mga beaches yon. Tapos nakita namin yung beach yata ni Pacquiao. Pero right next to it, yung beach nung kaibigan namin na nasa Jensan, sila Sol Manangkil, no? So, yan. Oy, teka muna, attorney. Batian nga muna tayo. Batiin natin sila. Sino nga pala? Nako. Oo, sige. Okay. Siguro hulaan. Teka na. Bumper muna tayo. Sige, bumper. Direct, sige. Ayan, okay. Attorney. Ayan, hula-hula ngayon. Sino ang ating hula?
Sa akin, sino ba?
Okay. Sige nga.
Naisip ko lang si Marian Galicia Paner. Hindi ko alam bakit. Naisip ko lang siya.
Marian Galicia Paner. Okay. Sige. Hindi, ano naman ito eh. Sino lang sumagi sa isip mo, di ba? Oh! Nagulat siya, no? Ayan,
sorry.
Si Marian. Nagulat si Snooki.
Wala nga yung phone ko. Alam mo ba, naiwan ko yung phone ko sa opisina. So, hindi talaga.
Okay. Wow, okay. So, ayan.
Ayan,
tama ka, attorney.
Sabi ni Marian Galicia, bago yung profile picture. Happy New Year. Happy new profile picture. Hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Dana. Till happy Tuesday po and stay safe always. God bless po. God bless you too, Marian Galicia Paner.
God bless, Marian. Yes. Hindi pa natin, nakita na ba natin si Marian Galicia Paner? Okay. Sabi niya.
Po. Thank you. Balik.
Namiss ka namin. Namiss namin.
Ayan.
Namiss ka namin, attorney. Ayan.
This year.
Nakita na natin si Analu Antupuesto. Sige, second. Sino?
Yeah.
Si Annalyn, nakita na natin.
Yes.
Oliver Fernandez
ang second ko. Pero sana makita din natin siya. Sana makita din natin
Sige.
ng person.
Oo, nasa Amerika yan, no? Sige, sige. Oliver Fernandez.
Bago!
Uy!
Wow, may bago tayo!
Wow, bago. Bago
Watching
yan, ha?
from Gloucester. Good
Wow.
evening. Good evening po. Florence
Good evening, ha? Good evening, Florence.
Saclauso. I love the name. Gusto ko yun.
Oo,
Florence Sydney Saclauso.
sa
Ganda na yun.
Clauso, Florence, ha? Ay,
Gloucester.
nurse kaya siya. Nurse kaya?
Baka,
Kasi si
baka.
Florence Nightingale, di ba? Florence Nightingale. Di ba? Siya parang, ano ba, simbolo ng mga nurses, di ba? Si Florence Nightingale.
Diba?
At
Tinatanong
sambalin niyo
yan
yan,
sa
attorney, ha?
Tinatanong yan sa Life in the UK test, ha? Si Florence Nightingale. Kala niya.
Inabot mo ba yan, attorney? Sa'yo?
Inabot ko. Meron pa ata. Meron pa atang Life in the UK test ngayon.
Meron pa rin. Pero iba-iba ang mga kamukha ng test ni... Kami yung mga first na nag-test niyan eh. I think first batch ako, second batch ako, second year. Iba ang questions namin nun, doon sa libro. Nung binabasa ko yung libro ni Sol, iba rin ang mga content. Oo, nagdadagdag.
5 or 6 years ago ako. 5 or 6 years. Nearly about 6 years ago. Baka nagdagdag na. Pero favorite yun nila si Florence Nightingale kasi nga ang laki ng impact niya dun sa history ng NHS at history ng UP.
5 to 6 years ago ka, attorney? Ako, 2004. So, almost 19 years ago. Tama ba? 19 years ago.
19 years ago na yan. Yeah, nga.
Yung test namin, second batch yata namin. First batch, kabubukas lang noon ng Life in the UK test eh.
Yes,
So,
kabubukas
long
lang.
time ago. Kabubukas lang. Oo, kaya... Okay. Sige. Sino ang so, iba, bago ang second, nakala mo si Oliver.
Bago ng senatorian.
Mabuhay ka, Florence, ha? Mabuhay, ha, Florence.
Mabuhay po kayo. Sa tingin ko, Oliver pa rin. I have to stand
Oliver
by
Fernandez pa rin.
Lang ng konti.
Alright!
Yes.
Oliver, yan, looking forward tayo kay Oliver kasi mababa ang kanyang message. Sige, go ahead. Attorney.
Oliver Fernandez, Happy New Year and Happy New Profile Picture din. Di naman lahat sila nagpalit eh. Hello everybody. Happy Daddy Duties first, bringing the kids to uni. Happy Tuesday to all. I will be listening on the road. Thanks to Atty. Donna, Kuya Sonny, and Direk Pao. And hello, Snooki! Nako, Oliver! Nako, nakakatama ng puso kasi kahit nasa biyahe, tayo ang kasama ni Oliver. So, sasamahan ka namin, Oliver, hanggang mahatid mo ang mga kids mo. Hello, kids! Baka pauwi na siya. I don't know kung pauwi ka na o papunta pa lang.
Papunta yata, umaga, 6 minus 8 hours, 10 o'clock, 10 past sa kanila, no? O 10 past. Hindi, kasi kagandahan ngayon, you can watch everywhere. You can be sa bus, sa bahay, sa park, kung saan ka man, nasa pub, kung nanonood ka, makakapanood ka, gamitin mo lang yung data mo, di ba? Yung internet ngayon.
That's right.
Walang problema.
Drive safely kung nagda-drive. At good luck sa kids for another term na naman siguro, no? Bagong semester na naman ng university. So, good luck, kids.
Yes. Oo. Okay, so teka muna. So naka 2 ano ka, no?
Nakadalawa.
2 out of 3. Oo. Ito susunod. Uy, bago ba to?
Bago? Ang daming bago.
Bago ba siya? Parang ngayon ko lang nakita. Jared Jonathan, attorney, no?
Parang narin
babati siya.
Bago din yung
okay, Jared.
Snow.
Okay. Good evening. Ayan. Sabi niya, good evening. Hello, good evening po. Ayan, okay.
Jared.
Sige. Good evening, Jared, ha? Oh.
Ayan na, si Edgar Dumay. Magandang gabi sa inyo, Attorney DQ. Sonny, Laragan, and Direk Pao. Belated happy birthday, Attorney DQ. Nako, thank you. Papakita ko lang. Ng whiskey, Talisker. Nako, thank you, Ed.
Wow,
Nakakatagal siya
wow.
dahil this is my favorite. Ito ang unang whiskey na natikman ko. And this is really the whiskey that made me like whiskey. Kaya very special po yan
Oh,
sa akin.
wow.
At
Okay. Go
uh,
ahead, go ahead. Tatanong ko sana kung inahaluan mo yan na
oh,
pure
no,
lang o
no,
may halo ka dyan.
no need. Neat. I like it neat. Walang halo. Walang halo yan.
Okay.
Napunta na ako sa distillery nila. It's also the first distillery na napuntahan ko.
Saan? Scotland? Scotland?
Isle of Skye in Scotland. So quite far. Quite far.
Wow.
Yan ang Isle of Skye. That's it. It's an
Okay.
island north pa ng Scotland. And yung pinakamataas na bundok dyan, I think pinakamataas, Gar Alice there. I summited Scar
Oo.
Alice there, which is this one.
Hindi ba yung attorney? Hindi ba yung yung Ben Nevis ang pinakamataas? Hindi.
Sa Sky lang, sa island na yun.
Sa island, sa sky. Okay. Asan yan?
So
Ayan ba yan?
that's the island. That's
Wow.
it. So it's a pretty special one. So hindi yan yung actual picture ko, but I saw it in one of photography na exhibition. So yan, that's Scar Alice there in Sky, and this is a whiskey from Sky. Ay, baliktad. And
Wow.
so very special. It's so special for me na meron akong tago-tagong picture. That's the first mountain I ever summited. I think ever. Yun ang unang nakapag mulat sa akin sa pamumundok.
Okay. Hindi island yan, no? Basta Sky ang pangalan. S-K-Y.
Yeah, it's an island. It's an
S-K-Y-E.
island. It's an island.
Island mismo. Isle of Sky. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. We have to go there. Hindi pa kami napuntahan. Hindi ko pa napuntahan yan, no?
It's
Malayo ba?
beautiful.
It's parang
Very
dulo yan?
Very far.
All right. Siguro, one of these, when we had a trip to Southwest, ano ba yan? Devon ba yan? O Cornwall? So, ginalugad namin yung, di ba, ikaw nakapunta ka na ng Elmer's End, di ba? Yung pinakadulo. Tama ba yan? Elmer's End. Ano yung dulo? Ano yung dulo nun?
Land's End.
Sabi mo na, Land's End. Okay. Ayun, no? So, yung lugar na yon parang Devon, hindi, Cornwall, parang ganun. Cornwall. Parang isang, yan parang area, no? Cornwall. Kasi parang it's a country in itself long araw, Cornish country, pero na-absorb ng UK. Yeah, so now I'm thinking of probably doing Scotland, no? Quoting ko in Scotland, just like we did with Italy, no? Yung northern Italy from Venice to Venice to Florence to Verona to Bologna, gano'n, no? Well, maganda yun pagka nag-drive ka. Kaya lang hirap mag-drive sa Italy. So, yeah. So, yun lang nabanggit ko lang na
Scotland.
yung
Ganun din, may areas din sa Scotland na medyo the country roads are quite narrow, pero napakaganda po. As Isle of Skye, if you go there, may dito sa, so that's the Kulin, that's the Black Kulin, kilala yun sa mga mountains. Yung range na yan, yung mountain range na yan, kilala siya sa mga mountaineer. And dito po, hindi lang klaro kasi black and white siya, but dito, merong lake dyan. So after, you have to climb a little bit. And then, pag climb ng, andito sa gitna, parang may lake, and napakaganda. I think it's called Lake Cruisk. Napakaganda. I highly recommend it.
Black and white ba yung photo mo, attorney?
Yes, hindi ko photo yan. Binili ko lang. Someone took a photo of that. This is siguro professional.
Okay.
Nakita ko lang I was, hindi ko na matandaan. I was somewhere in a shop or I think I was in a shop. Hindi sa Scotland, and I saw it. Sinabi ko, instantly I knew na ito yung first mountain ko. So sabi ko, I have to buy it kasi special siya sa akin. So pagkatapos na summit, umikot kami dun sa island, and then we saw the distillery. Andun ko natikman yung
okay.
Talisker.
Talisker.
That one is from Isle of Skye. The Isle of Skye, yun yung hugis niya.
kung di ako nagkakamali, merong isang whiskey na ang may-ari Pilipino. It's a company. I think so. I think so. I'm not. Parang I've come across it. I was doing the. Ha?
Jugeo ba yun? Jugeo. It's a
Hindi
whiskey
ko
company.
matandaan eh. Hindi ko matandaan. I forgot it. Pero it's owned by a Filipino. Yung ano, yung pangalan ng. Oh, I forgot the name of the company. Pilipino may-ari, bumili na ng ano, Pilipino, babae na Chinese, Chinese Filipino. Corn, yung corn, QUORN na mga produkto. Corn nga ba yun?
Yeah,
But
corn.
anyway,
That's right.
may mga yung firm na yon, it owns a parang siguro ay parang bang ano ba yung maraming mga a line of mga food products. And they were able to, it was bought, yung company niya was bought by a Filipino group. Ganun, Filipino may-ari nun. Oh. Hindi ko alam kung corn, basta magaling. Oh, mabigat yun. So, Filipino-owned yun. They own a UK company. Na malaki,
Wow.
Okay.
Well done.
Ayan, oo.
I think whiskey
Ayan.
and Scotland and good choice. I'm a big fan, so do go. Welcome back, Rudy.
Si Rudy. Umuwi din si Rudy.
Si Amik
Umuwi din si Rudy sa Pilipinas.
Si Amik na dating
umuwi ba si Amik?
umuwi din po. Hindi kami nagkita-kita pero
Garciniego, no? Garciniego, yeah.
Garciniego. Ayan si Edgar, nag-aaya. Isle of Skye is another 6 hours from Glasgow. So, quite far. Pero,
layo.
ganda. Maganda po, Mr. Dragon. Panoorin niyo po.
Yes, yeah.
Promise it's really one of the most beautiful places, in my opinion, that I've seen. And maraming mga nagwe-wedding doon. Alam, for a while, maraming Pilipino pumupunta doon. Kasi ano talaga siya, destination na puntahan. Kaso lang, malayo-layo lang. Yun lang.
Anong best time na pumunta dyan? Anong panahon ka nung nandun ka? Summer?
May. That was good. May ako pumunta. That was good.
May, parang springtime.
Init.
Patapos na springtime, no? Patapos na spring. Okay.
That was
And then,
really
nasa kalagitnaan
good.
pala. Kalagitnaan pala. Teka na, March, April, May. End ng spring, June, July, August, summer. Okay, tama, spring. So spring is the best time.
Bank holiday ako pumunta kasi. Kasi para maximize ang That was in 2012. 2012, maximize yung so it was, oh my God, it was 11 years ago na. Ay, tanda ko na. That was a special
12
one.
years ago.
If you get a chance to go to Skye, I went to Portree. Yun yung parang maliit na, yun yung, Skye is huge. Skye is an island. So sa island na yun, parang Siargao kumbaga. So yung pinuntahan ko is Portree. But if you go there, do some hiking and go to distillery. Kahit hindi nyo gusto yung whiskey, at least may history po yan eh. May mga kwento. Meron silang part yan ng culture nila, part ng pinagmamalaki nila sa Scotland. So, yeah. Siguro feeling ko Scottish Filipino siguro ako nung nakaraang buhay ko.
Nung nakaraang buhay, so you love Scotland, no? It's really wonderful, lovely, no? Scotland, yeah, at saka Scottish, maraming mga sikat na ano ba tawag dito? Sikat na yung mga sa literature, no? Nakalakihan ko. Mga Scottish mga Scottish. Ano pangalan to? Si Robert Stevenson. Ha?
So, Robert
Louis Stevenson yata. Tapos yung Treasure Island, marami, mahusay, maganda sa Scotland. I fell in love with it, no? Yung lalo mo, my first time sa Edinburgh. Sabi ko, ganda ng mas kasi lit, no? Quaint na town. Maganda. Okay, attorney, teka muna. We're gonna have, ang topic natin dahil January, dahil laging, ano tawag dito? Laging may dalawang bagay yata, divorce At saka merong surge ng enrollment sa gym. Di ba? Parang gano'n.
Yeah, January pareho,
Pagka
no?
Jan...
Nag-gym nag-divorce yun at mga New Year's
Oo,
resolution. May
yan ang time na, di
correlation.
ba? May
Oo.
correlation. Oh. So, pag nag-January, parang nagpalipas muna, parang teka muna, i-celebrate muna natin yung Christmas. And
Well,
then,
madami daw rason. Madaming, yes, may isa yun. Isa yun si rason.
oh,
And other reasons as well, which we can talk about later
we will
after.
discuss. Sige, we'll have a short break. Mga kaibigan, ayan, didiscuss natin yung topic for tonight, January and divorces, tatalakayin ni attorney, as soon as we come back, no? So, huwag ko kayong alis, saglit po lamang.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka AV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mala, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS, harassment, o baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo. Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network. Pinoy Radio, UK. Pinoy Radio, UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiok.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN dito po sa Legal Advice Corner. At syempre, nagbabalik yung ating the heart and soul ng ating programa, no? Ang managing partner po ng Deo Volente Solicitors. Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Attorney, happy Tuesday once again. At talagang nakakapanibago, no? You're back, no? Talagang back ka na, no? So, it's nice having you, no? So, ingat ka lang ha, magpagaling ka agad ha. Although you had a wonderful biyahe, 20 days of really wonderful trip back home, no? Double lunch, hindi ka ba tumaba? Tumaba ka ba? Did you gain weight?
Yun! Natural, I would admit, talagang tataba ka talaga kung 3 beses ka magla-lunch sa isang araw. Talagang,
Magla-lunch.
I
Oo nga,
also feel a
oo.
bit of it. Siguro ang naano naman dahil I think towards the end, talagang medyo nagkasakit ako. So parang, pero kain pa rin ako ng kain. So mukhang hindi naman naapektuhan siguro yung panlasa ko. So it's good. And ganun talaga eh. You have to accept na lang na iha-hike mo na lang yan sa spring kung ano man yung
Mm.
naiuwi mo na extra fats and extra love nung
No,
nung
okay lang.
December.
Okay lang yan. Tama yan. Tama yan. Tama yan,
Oo.
attorney. At least you burn na lang by springtime.
You burn it. At
So,
talagang, minsan lang ako makatikim ng isaw, minsan ka lang makatikim ng mga,
oh,
ayun,
isa. Wow.
nag-isaw po ako, talagang,
Wow, weakness ko yan. Weakness ko yan.
mga,
Kip-
mga
Mm.
fishball din ako eh, tapos kikiam, ano pa nga ba, mga all sorts of Filipino. Talagang I really had my heart's desire of Filipino food. So I was very pleased.
Wow.
Wala namang jeta, walang IF. Although nag-IF ako nung isang araw just have a detox. May isang mga 1 or 2 days ako na nag-detox.
Okay. Okay lang. Okay lang yan.
Parang
Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan.
it's more for, alam mo yung pang ilang araw ka na kumakain ng karne,
Oo,
tapos
yeah.
kailangan humingi na yung katawan mo ng detox, and I felt that. So, just like everyone,
Oh.
January is full of plano, resolution, mga big decisions, and that's the reason why ang topic natin ngayon, baka may nagtatanong, ano yan? January and divorces? Ano ang link? Ano ang relasyon ng dalawang yan? And Mr. Laragan, nag-spoiler alert na, diretso ko na ha, ang ating topic for tonight. Hindi naman po sikreto siguro na January, ilang beses nyo na siguro na narinig dito sa show na to. Or pag hindi, it's a little trivia for you. The busiest time for family lawyers is January. Doon talaga nagre-ring ang maraming inquiry, nagtatanong ang mga kumbaga bagong mga potential client. We normally feel it yung first working day and first few working weeks ng taon. And there's a number of reason for that na nasabi ni Mr. Laragan yung unang reason eh. Some of them would say, siguro kalabuan na ng October pa lang o November, but because of the children, lalo na tayong Pilipino, diba? Very important ang Pasko sa atin. Sometimes the reason would be, let's give the kids one last Christmas together as family, and then we'll do the divorce in the new year. So that's one of the known reasons. Another reason is, doon talaga nagkakaroon ng, kumbaga, the straw that broke the camel's back. Sometimes, during mismo ng Christmas period, because Christmas period actually, although masaya-masaya lahat ng tao, it's also quite stressful. Yung ang daming mga handaan, ang daming kailangan i-organize, people that you don't normally spend 24 hours in a day, you have to spend it with them, with your spouse, and in the middle as well of all of this festivities happening. So may mga family pressure to organize things. Sometimes nagiging perfect storm yan, at yun pa ang magiging rason for people to really realize na hindi pala para sa kanila yung isang relationship. Interestingly, yan po ang naramdaman din ng maraming tao nung lockdown. And that's also from statistics. Ito, hindi lang po to haka-haka ni Attorney DANNA QUINTO. Ito po is actually based on statistics that were collated. The January and divorces, the influx of divorces sa January, that's a long, matagal na yan na inoobserbahan ng mga statistician. The lockdown one, talagang reported po yan. And I felt that personally, as professionally, because biglang dumami. Yun ang sinasabi ko. Talagang tumaas yung inquiries post-lockdown. And then the common reason, and you can see it on studies, is the same na yung sinasabi ko nung Christmas. Ando kayo sa isang lugar dito sa UK, hindi naman malalaki ang bahay kumpara dun sa atin. I mean, you have space. You're in an enclosed space or space. Especially no lockdown, hindi kayo makalabas. Hindi kayo makahalubilo sa ibang tao. And quite an extremely stressful period of time dahil, there's an anxiety about what's happening with COVID. There's an anxiety about work. Some people are anxious about work. Some people are anxious about their health. So, perfect storm din siya na nag-challenge talaga ng napakaraming relationships. So, similarly, ang nangyari ng January ay na-feel namin throughout yung post-lockdown. But still, yes, mataas pa rin ang mga inquiries pag January. It's because sometimes people would say, New Year, what do I need to do about my life this year? And the big decisions and the big action plans do start sa unang buwan ng taon. The reason for today, hindi lang po statistic session ito. The reason for this as well is if you are in that situation, I'd like to give a general practical tips, kumbaga, isang set of practical tips. Not necessarily detalye sa legal. We're gonna go through that in the next few sessions nating January. But for now, ito siguro yung much more practical and much more siguro pastoral in some instances too. So the first one is safety first. So ito po para sa mga victims of domestic abuse, yung nandun na sa punto na hindi iniisip nyo, safe ba kayo? Safe ba mga anak nyo? The first thing to do is really, if you're in a situation na hindi safe or nag-iisip kayo, please get out of that situation. Call the police. Call the police straight away. Be safe first. Safety first. Isipin na lang the practicalities can be sorted out later. Obviously, if you can't prepare a go bag, dala nyo yung passport nyo, dala yung dokumento, I will talk about that later. That would be very good too. But dito sa United Kingdom, as you know, there are a lot of organizations which supports domestic abuse victims and even support them in their legal fees too. If you are a citizen here, may mga ganong suporta po ang gobyerno and suporta din to let you start your life anew. But very, very important, safety first po muna. So yun ang aking uunahing tip dito sa January divorces na to. Kailangan po safe kayo at safe ang mga bata. Pangalawa, once everyone is safe, once or settled naman, or you're assured na walang sakitan na nangyayari, get legal advice. Kahit minsan sasabihin mo, hindi pa ako sure. People do come to us na hindi pa sa kanilang isip kung sure silang magdi-divorce sila o hindi. And siguro, they can't talk to anyone because they're not sure yet, so they don't want to talk to family members. It's actually quite helpful to talk to a lawyer and know your rights, know what to expect out of this situation before you make the final decision. So you don't need to be, hindi naman po, pag sinabi nyo, Attorney Dana, hindi pa po ako sure. Hindi ko naman po sasabihin, nako, bawal po kayo kumuha ng legal advice. Actually, I recommend that before you make the final decision, that you get that advice. At katulad ko, may mga abogado din na nagbibigay ng free 30-minute consultation. So you may not even need to pay for it. So do get that advice para malaman nyo nga ang mga kailangan nyong i-prepare if you get to that decision, or kung ano yung may expect nyo after nyo mapag-desisyonan na ito talaga ang gagawin nyo. Magdi-divorce na talaga kayo. Now, I said hindi tayo technical ngayon, but all I want to say, all I want to give at the moment, parang panoramic eye view lang, panoramic view lang, bird's eye view. Just an overview of 3 things. I always say this, 3 matters that you need to deal with if you are at that situation. And they are to be dealt with separately. Yun ang operative word. Iba-iba yan, ha? Iba-ibang klase. Iba-ibang matter. Number 1, the process or the process of getting divorced in itself. It's very straightforward in the UK. Ngayon, no-fault divorce na. It's online. Actually, I encourage people to see if they'll be up for doing it themselves dahil hindi mo na kailangan din talaga ng abogado, because you'd rather save your money and resources and energy dun sa dalawa, the 2 other areas. Sabi ko 3, di ba? So yung una, divorce. Kailangan mo ng marriage certificate dyan. And that's one thing that I will again repeat in the documents that you need to prepare. So the first one, divorce. Second one, children. So you need to think about how are the kids going to be cared for. Sino ang in charge na primary carer? And the resident parent, saan sila titira? Most of days, most of the time, most of the week. And ano yung contact ng non-resident parent, kung hindi nila kasama on the weekday, ano yung contact nila, weekend ba, and sometimes may weekday then, and any other contacts, non-term time, school holidays, Christmas, New Year, normally alternate naman yan eh. So, the children matter. I always say this, napaka-simple, napaka-straightforward ng law. What is in the best interest of the children? Not necessarily kung ano yung gusto ni Mr. o kung ano yung gusto ni Mrs., but what is in the best interest of the children. So yan ang inyong tatandaan when dealing with that particular matter. I said there are three, and the third one is the most complicated one, which is the finances. And this is probably the area where most people spend most of their legal costs, most of their time, resources, energy. Because to be fair, this is really sasabihin ng ba, ito na yung magbibigay ng this will probably dictate how your life is going to be or how your finances are going to be in the next few years of your life. What I can say is that before any lawyer can give you an advice, sasabihin, so anong percentage, attorney, ano ba percentage na makukuha ko dito? Really, the lawyers would need to know your full and frank disclosure of both of your assets, liabilities, and income. So one tip is before you go get that legal advice, prepare nyo yung information na yun. So let's be practical. Practical tayo today Iisipin mo lang, siguro syempre iisipin mo, ito normal na concern. Iisipin mo, paano ako madi-divorce, paano na yung mga bata. And number 3, paano namin hahatiin yung mga ari-arian namin. So before anyone can obviously advise you kung paano hahatiin yung mga ari-arian, kailangan namin malaman ano ba yung mga ari-arian na yon at ano yung value nila. So we do need to know that. Prepare nyo po yan because that will segue very, very well with my next tip. Para maximize yung legal advice, prepare nyo po yung documents nyo. Make sure nasa inyo yung marriage certificate or may kopya kayo ng marriage certificate. Although hindi naman po ganun kahirap kumuha ng certified true copy dito sa United Kingdom. And the other really important set of documents are your financial documents. Ano yung assets, liabilities, magkano yung utang sa bangko. Some of these information are online. It's just helpful to have them in one set, one place. Maybe may folder kayo. But definitely before you get your legal advice, prepare nyo po para makuha nyo as much as possible yung information na gusto nyo makuha from your lawyer. Now, before, and it's okay, go to the lawyer, but also consider mediation. Lawyers would tell you that. Consider still maybe having another elderly person to mediate sa atin. Baka meron kayong common friend na independent naman na with the aid, kuha kayo ng legal advice. After you receive the legal advice, ito yung tinatawag natin na baka mapag-usapan kung paano nyo hahatiin na ngayon na nakakuha na kayo ng impormasyon from your lawyers, kung ano yung ina-expect sa inyo ng batas. Perhaps you can sit down and really talk about how you can deal with this without further legal costs, without hopefully a court proceedings. Dahil, I always say this, yung igagastos nyo sa lawyer nyo, pwede nyong paghatian na lang yun, o pwede nyong isave para sa mga anak nyo. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa mga, it's an honest feedback to my clients. Isipin nyo talaga yan because those money, hard-earned money nyo, pag nag-away kayo, mapupunta lang sa abogado. Now, the last two is less legal, more on siguro pastoral and more on practical as well. I always say to my client na ito din yung time na kailangan may support network ka din. You know, family, friends, that you can trust na let's be honest about it. It's a very, very difficult time for people. Divorce is a traumatic event for anyone. You know, it's stressful, it's emotional. People say it's expensive. So get as much help as you need. Family man yan, friends man yan, or professional, you know, counseling. Dito naman sa atin, open tayo about mental health, open tayo about getting the help that you need from professional people. And I do say that to my clients. Importante dahil kumbaga kailangan palakasin namin kayo. Kailangan may endurance tayo dito. And sometimes hindi lang yung legal advice, but then also, you know, that we want the client to be as mapunta sila sa better part ng buhay nila after the divorce, that they're still financially, you know, they're still financially viable, they're still you know, emotionally viable as well, na they can start anew in their lives. And I always say this, ito yung last na ano, and I do say this sa mga clients ko, and especially when the litigation is hard, yung kaso medyo andun sa punto na talagang stressful o medyo pressured ang sitwasyon. I always say this because I've seen it. Ilang taon na rin po ako dito sa aming industriya. Nakita ko that kung may start ng kaso, may ending din po. And I always say this, kahit, you know, some people may say, oh, it sounds a bit cheeky. Sabi ko sa kliyente ko, this too shall pass. This will also have an ending. And whether we like it or not, dahil magkakaroon din, although minsan sasabihin nila napakatagal naman ang proseso, napakatagal naman tayong malista sa final hearing, the reality is aabot tayo doon at magkakaroon din ng ending tong chapter ng buhay mo na to. And hopefully we can get there na buo ang kliyente, buo na makakapag umpisa ulit. That's really it, guys. So January is a busy season for family lawyers. If you are in this situation or if you know of someone in this situation, please share this video, and hopefully makatulong po tayo at makadagdag kaalaman, as we always say here in Legal Advice Corner.
Sabi mo, attorney, litigation is hard. You've been in the industry for quite some time now, no? So nakikita mo, anong talagang mahirap ba? Minsan it's really hard.
Minsan mahirap. Ito yung observation ko why family or divorces is quite talagang nahihit yung tao. Minsan.
Oh, nag-freeze si attorney.
When is that? I think I'm okay. Ayan, okay naman? Okay na po? Hindi naman ata ako nag-freeze ba? I think I'm okay. Oh, I can see. Mukhang gumagalaw ata ako dun sa... Ay, si Mr. Laragan yung nawala.
Okay, okay. And then nag-freeze sa akin, parang nag-freeze yung yung video natin pareho. So parang hindi kita
Ah,
narinig na. Okay, so go ahead yung sinasabi mo kanina, attorney.
yes. So what I said, ang analysis ko with divorce is, sa divorce kasi, people feel na ang na-challenge sa kanila is mostly yung tatlong pinaka-importanting bagay sa buhay nila. Number one is yung anak nila. You know, in a divorce situation, na-challenge yung relationship nila sa anak nila. Minsan sasabihin, hindi ko na nakita yung anak ko. And obviously with that comes yung, firstly siguro is end ng relationship ng, siguro pinaka-importanting relationship ng tao sa buhay niya, ng partner mo, dapat life partner mo, hindi mo na life partner. So that's massive. So your loved ones, your family, including your children. Number two, yung bahay mo. Yung dito sa atin, it's a man's castle, it's a woman's castle. Yung pinakamalaking investment mo sa buhay mo, also now is pinag-aawayan nyo. So, your biggest investment. And number three, yung lahat ng ari-arian mo. Lahat under scrutiny. Lahat hindi mo alam. There's uncertainty kung sino, who's gonna get this. And sometimes people would say, oh, ako naman yung nag-ano niya na, pension ko yan na, this is my life saving. So, your love, yung family, and yung hanap buhay, lahat under siege, kumbaga. O yung ari-arian, it's all under siege, it's all under uncertainty. And that's quite a storm for anyone. And that's the reason why, compared sa simpleng kasuhan sa pera, iba ang divorce, iba ang psychological na upset sa tao, naturally, for anyone. And we have to, as family lawyers, we have to also be sensitive to that fact na napakahirap.
Yung mga properties attorney, no? So you mentioned about yung mga challenges yun nga, yung children sa bahay, a man's castle, di ba? Sabi yung kanyang house, yung castle niya, no? Kung say for example, have you ever encountered yung parang hindi naman prenuptial pero parang minsan a parent would give some money to a daughter or a son, as the case may be, na going into marriage. Pero pwede ba yan na magkaroon ng sulatan na pag naghiwalay ito, yung binigay kong pera para do sa anak ko? Pwede ba yan?
If it's a part of a prenup, but as we all know, ang prenup ay pwede i-challenge kung unreasonable. So, kung may agreement before they entered the marriage, that's probably going to be some sort of like a prenup agreement, or kung may charge siya dun sa property. But it still depends ultimately kung reasonable ba yung magiging paghahatian nyo kung tatanggalin yung binigay ng magulang. It does happen all the time. Talagang minsan nga wala hindi naman na hindi naman na pag-agrihan na, kasi normally sasabihin nila gift yon sa mag-asawa. Absolutely, no, nag-umpisa yung marriage, because nobody really would because when people say, oh, akin yan ha, akin yan pag naghiwalay kayo, lawyers would instantly say, you have to do a prenup, because otherwise, that's probably not gonna hold up in court. So, alerto yun, that's a trigger for lawyers to tell the people to do a prenup already. Ang nangyayari kasi, minsan nabigay naman fully, pero umaalma yung mga magulang. Syempre, kasi nga naman, binigay nila yon para sa anak nila. Tapos ngayon, pinaghahatian nilang mag-asawa dahil they're divorcing. most of the time, kung nabigay na, that's a gift to the family. And namingle na dun sa matrimonial resources. But that would still have to be considered dun sa in the context of the wider pot. Ano ba yung iba-iba pang ari-arian? Ano ba yung percentage ng ari-arian na yan compared dun sa natira pa yung iba pa na matrimonial? So, the short answer to that is kung prenup yan, it's still subject to challenges of reasonableness, and it's likely to be considered a prenup kung may ganyang agreement.
At the start of your discussion, attorney, you were mentioning kagad, di ba merong mga components yung divorce proceedings niyan, di ba? May children, may finances ba? Tama ba? May divorce. But you were mentioning that yung iba, they can wait. Pwede pa. Kung ang safety o yung parang ano ang pinakasimula, they have to attend to that right away.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oo. Ano nga, ano nga yun? Reiterate o pakiulit nga yan, attorney, yung sabi mo, yung you were stressing that na the others can wait, pero ito, kailangan yung safety muna nila.
I think yung sinasabi ko is, well, when others can wait, ang underline ko dun is if you are in an unsafe environment, please, alis po tayo sa unsafe na environment dahil especially for you and especially for the children. Call the police kung may mga nangyayaring sakitan dahil later on, minsan kasi ito yung nangyayari, sasabihin, nangyari naman talaga na may sakitan pero hindi natawagan ng police. Wala tayong ebidensya. So, call the police. If you're worried about, minsan sasabihin nila, tatawagan ko muna yung abogado. Pag po binubugbog na kayo, ang una niyo pong tawagan ay ang police. Because lawyers can't physically go there in the property and stop it. So, police po ang tawagan natin for your own safety. So, after nag-calm down yung situation, then seek legal advice. Yun yung advice about finances, advice about children contact. But I have been called in the middle of a fight. My advice to my client is, you need to call the police now, so that they can ensure your safety.
Really, talaga nag-aaway, tapos tawagan ka, attorney?
Ako dinawagan.
Okay. Wow.
I had to ensure at lalaki po yung client ko. I had to ensure his safety dahil hindi siya lumaban, pero ayun, may away. So I had to ensure their safety by telling them to call the police. By telling him to call the police.
Dating life partner mo ngayon, hindi na, di ba? Parang nagkaroon ng breakdown ng relationship, no? So, nag-iiba ang konteksto ng lahat, no? Kaya nga may divorce na, no? Nagdi-divorce na kayo. At sabi mo, yung litigation part, no? Medyo hard, mahirap. So, January lang ba ang may surge, attorney? I said, okay, of course, it could be any time of the year, pero talagang sa January talaga, no? It makes it
post-lockdown.
really...
Post-lockdown po, last year. Buong year noong post-lockdown mataas kumpara ng previous years.
Really? Okay. Oo. Tapos lockdown, they were together, no? Dahil di ba? Walang choice, no? And then pagkatapos ng lockdown, lumuwag ng konti. Ayun, ito na. Naglabasan na. Okay.
Pero noong lockdown talaga, sabi ko hindi po kami umaano ng face to face. Ano talaga siya? Sabi ko, and then naawa naman ako kasi they got fed up during lockdown. Yung mag-asawa yun. May maraming kwento na nung lockdown, I can remember that I'm getting phone calls, inquiries na yung reason nila is being together during the lockdown. Yun na talaga yung parang naging the straw that broke the camel's back. Dahil noon, hindi naman nila kailangan makita yung isa't isa, di ba? Ng ilang oras, 8 to 10 hours, minsan sa gabi mo lang makikita at sa umaga, briefly, lockdown, you're there, seeing each other all the time.
Yes. It could also be, positively, no, pwedeng magka-reconcile. Pero yung mga talagang hindi na ma-reconcile, yung time na yun parang nagtitiis lang sila, no? Until sa
BTS lang.
lumuwag, and that's the time, no? Uh, pero attorney, well, kung may magtatanong lang siya, parang naive na question lang, attorney, ano ang the quickest and the longest time na na-experience mo, sa experience mo, no? Because that will give us an idea na, ganun din pala kabilis, pwede pala ng, ano yan, maraming mga aspeto yan eh. Can you have ano ba yung, ano kaya, bagong pangalan ng decree, di ba, decree absolute, decree nisi, di ba? Ano yung absolute yan?
Conditional
May bagong
order.
term na yan eh. May bagong yan, di ba?
Conditional order. Conditional order yung
Yung nisi,
conditional
conditional.
order. And
Yung
then
isa?
absolute final order.
Okay, final
Final.
order, absolute order. Okay, can you have a divorce? Yung mga finances, can you have, di ba, we discussed yata before na, pwede ka magkaroon ng absolute divorce pero yung finances mo still going on?
Yeah.
O hindi,
Correct.
hindi rin? O
Pwede.
pwede?
Mm.
Okay, well, just talking of yung absolute divorce, for example, getting that absolute order or final order, ano, from your experience, no, ano ang quickest, ano ang longest? Without divulging your client's name or whatever, basta parang in general, you're making that.
Bago na po kasi ngayon. I mean, you really have to
Okay.
wait 5 months. You really have to wait 5 months just to get a conditional order. By law, papahintayin kayo kasi sasabihin ng law, I think ayusin niyo yung finances niyo at children muna. So, 5 months at the yun ang pinaka-quickest to get to a conditional order. And then kung talaga nakuha mo yung dire-diretso na walang
Mhm.
backlog yung korte. So you wait from the start, siguro a few weeks, and then bago ka ma-issue, you wait 5. Pag na-acknowledge ng kabila, you wait for 5 months, and then kung straight away you made the deal, then you wait for 6 weeks and 1 day for the final order. So that's a total of probably about 7
6
months.
months and a half, okay? 7 months.
7 months, 7 to 8 months
That's-
really. 7 to 8 months. Pero
Kung
sana
ano,
naman,
kung
divorce
sa papel lang,
lang.
kung malinis yan. Divorce lang.
Ano yung mga iba
Okay.
na talagang, may mga iba, meron ako na nakuha nila, nagawa nila, yung during 5 months na yan, and they reach a settlement to sa finances. So, ready
Okay.
na rin yung finances nila. So, pwede. But at the very least, so siguro to answer your question, with the current proceedings, ay hintay ka talaga 7 to 8 months.
Kung ideal lahat ng situation ng
Ang pinakamabilis.
Sev-
Yun ang pinakamabilis na pwedeng mangyari. 7 or 8 months.
Pero kaya ba yan? Is it possible talaga? Yan, in 7 months?
Kung mabilis yung
Okay, okay.
Kung nung 5 months na naghihintay kayo, nag-deal na kayo sa finances, and walang anak or walang minor na anak na pinag-aawayan, ang contact, then it is possible to get it done. Theoretically, it is possible. Pero ngayon, syempre may mga backlog yung korte, may mga postal strike, meron tayong meron din silang may queue yan may order kung kailan ka dun sa processing. So nobody really knows kung gaano katagal, but in terms of the divorce proceedings, it's a rough estimate, 7-8 months. You could get that done. Finances can go as long as it can. May mga taon po yan. I think
Okay. I was about to ask you that. Ano nagpapatagal? Yun na, finances, properties, whatever. Diyan nagkakatagalan.
Minsan may court of appeal pa yan. May court of appeal pa yung iba. O di ba mas lalo? It could go as long as
Wow.
you want it to go. So, I think 3-4 years.
Pero ano yan? Finances yan, attorney, pero divorce na.
No, we don't really recommend people to go. So you can divorce, but we don't recommend people to complete their divorce. So magsa-stop kami dun sa conditional. Walang magfa-finalize ng divorce, walang magpo-proceed dun sa last home stretch until we sort out the finances.
Okay, okay. So you get the conditional first, and then you advise to yung mga clients kasi kung tatagal at magkakaroon ng problema, it's best to have it all in one go na, no? Yung okay na yung finances and then to finalize. Diba sabi mo,
Ano
that's
meron,
about another
meron
6.5
talagang
weeks?
Yep, and may legal consequences din yun. Kasi pag namatay yung spouse mo, na ikaw pa rin yung spouse niya, potentially you could benefit from the divorce. So pareho kayong, and it's much better not to complete the divorce until the finances are finalized by practice.
What do you mean? In the case na mamatay, parang although gusto mo nang kunin yung property, hatiin, mangyayari nun, mapupunta doon sa gusto mo i-divorce?
No,
Ganun ba?
pension
Sinasabi
lang.
mo?
Pension lang.
Pension.
Pension.
Okay, pension lang.
Pension.
Okay.
May mga pension
Okay,
rights
well.
na may mga pension rights, hindi naman, patay na yung isa eh. Wala naman siyang, hindi naman, it's not a minus for him or for her kasi pension yan eh. Hindi naman makukuha ng estate niya yun. But the spouse can still benefit from that. So both of you, kung pareho kayo may pension, it makes sense na i-preserve nyo muna yung status ng spouse until ma-sort out nyo yung inyong financial settlement.
Okay, well, ayan. At least, no? Napag-usapan ho natin ngayon something about divorces that dagdag kaalaman, no? Para sa inyong lahat. So you can, those of you who you like your friends to know about this, you can give them a link, no? Dito sa atin, they can watch this. So pwedeng panoorin nila, no? Yung ating pagkatalakay dito sa topic na ito. So, ayan, no? Naku, it's nice to have you back again, attorney, ha? Namiss ka namin, ha? How was your meeting with Direk? Kumusta ba? Siya ba'y pinch mo sa kanyang mga cheeks nung makita mo?
Hinag ko si Direk. Hinag naman kita, Direk, di ba? Yun ang hugger ako eh. So, I'm pretty sure hinag ko si Direk. Nakakatuwa.
Okay.
It feels like seeing an old friend. Yun ang na-feel ko. Ewan ko kay Direk, baka feeling ni Direk, how strangers eh. Ako feeling ko
Then, love na love ka ni Direk. Kumbaga, you're in esteemed and high regard ni attorney ni Direk. Dahil siyempre, abogada, no? Oo, abogada, attorney DANNA Quinto, di ba? And to have a friend na nasa UK.
Very happy
attorney,
po.
Yeah. Oh, hindi ka lang abogado na one of the lawyers in a firm. You are the managing partner. You're at the helm, no? You're trusted by the founders to head and lead your organization, and it's no easy feat, no? And di ba? At least, kumbaga, they believe in your capability and your skills and talent, no? So, ayan. So, with Direk, siyempre, lalong, wow, I'm so proud. Nakita ko si Attorney DANNA in flesh. Di ba? Live in person.
Very happy ako. Nakita ko yung aming Direk na napakagaling, napakahusay, napaka-hardworking ng young lady na yan. Inspiration for me, I'm very, very impressed with her. So, ako very privileged din po ako. Nakakatuwang ma-meet ang aming Direk. She's as nice in person. Remote and in person. Parehong napakabait. So, very, very good to see her. At sana maging tradisyon to, no? Kada uwi, magkikita-kita ang ating Filipino branch at ang ating mga UK remote social bubble.
Kailan ang plano muli? Are you planning, say, a couple of years from now? Some friends are asking me, kailan ka uwi?
Kung kaya this year sa end of the year kasi medyo tumatanda na magulang natin, so kailangan
tama ka. Tama rin.
Iba na ngayon ng medyo na tumatanda na. So
Yeah, tama ka rin, no? Tama ka rin. Time, no? We can never get back time, no? So, pag time is
At
lost,
paano
wala
kung
na. So,
baba na yung
if you,
flight ticket, shout out sa mga airlines dyan, pakibaba na yung flight ticket. Dahil hindi pa siya
mahal ba?
bumababa
Mahal?
ata sa
Okay. Siguro,
I think
kung ano, maganda rin siguro. I'm
generally
sorry?
mahal. Pandemic,
Generally,
generally mahal.
Hindi rin kaya dahil ang uwi mo yata was sometime mid-December yata, di ba?
Yun din. Pero I checked
Oo.
other flights. Yun din po. I think may ganun din. Kaso, ano na matagal na.
Mataas din siguro ngayon dahil at saka nagbagsakan ng ano, di ba? Lahat ng mga presyo, pati nga sa yung pistachio kong paborito sa Lidl from 199 ngayon, 209 na yata ngayon eh. 2 pounds and 9 pence from 1 pound 99, tumaas na kaya talaga nagtataasan. So tama ka. Sana bumaba yung mga tickets ulit, no? Nang sa ganun ay makabiyahe tayo as often as we can. I used to travel twice or thrice a year back in the Philippines noon. Pero ngayon, it's been a long time. Last uwi ko was birthday ko in 2019. Hindi na ako nakabalik dahil pandemic agad eh. 2020, early 2020, pandemic. Di ba? Pandemic na. Early 2020, so pandemic na. So, ayan. Well, okay, attorney, I'm so glad that you're back. No, it's nice seeing you again, and so at least regular tayong live na mag-show tayo, and we look forward to yung mga topics mo for for the following weeks. No, so I guess teka muna. How do they get in touch with you? O baka baka may shout-outs ka, may mga kababayan tayo sa the Philippines who are watching right now, no? Mga kaibigan natin, mga kaibigan mo. Lalo na yung mga nasa Bataan, no? Pero madaling araw, pero at least, no? At least. Sige, attorney, go right ahead, please.
Yes, you can contact me at danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com or call me at 01234-225-188. Again, it's danna.quinto@dbsolicitors.com or call me at 01234-225-188. At ang final shoutout ay para kay Direk at kay Mr. Laragan. Ako na-miss ko kayo at thank you as always for the show, for bearing with me sa aking 1 month na bakasyon mula sa show natin. And as always, sila po din talaga, ano parating sinasabi ni Mr. Laraga na puso at soul ng show na to. Pero actually, silang dalawa yung puso at soul din. So, I'm sure lahat po kami ng taga-remote social bubble nyo nagpapasalamat at na-appreciate kayo as always. So, positive shout out sa aking napakaganda at napakagwapong co-host. And kay Snooki, part na rin pala siya ng co-host natin.
Uy, attorney, baka magaling ka sa akin, magdi-disagree ako sa iyo. Kasi kung kami dalawa lang ni Pa, wala kaming patutunguhan. Walang essence yung aming existence dito. Wala kaming K dahil hindi kami tapos ng law. Wala kaming alam, wala kaming experiences sa mga litigation. So, ayan, ikaw pa rin. Andito lang kami, kumbaga, kami nasa kanan at kaliwa, no? O harap at likod, ganyan. Likod mo, ganyan. So, sinasama mo si Snooki. Ito, tulog, no? Si Snooki. I'm looking forward. Teka muna, pakita ko nga. Ito, tulog na tulog tong aking little girl. Liga nga, pakita ko nga sa TV. Ito, pakita ko nga. Ayan, ako, ginising ko pa siya.
Camera recognition. Ayan na.
Ginising ko siya. Kawawa naman, no?
Pet advice corner. Pet advice corner. Mr. Laragan. Napaka-cute.
Honestly, to be honest, I'd like to give up kasi abala talaga. I don't know, no? Talagang gigising ka ng umaga, pa-jinglein mo, pakakainin mo, prepare mo yung food. You have to feed lahat, care for this, no? Kaya, pero okay na lang. Siguro, isang nakakatuwa naman siguro. Hopefully, paglaki-laki na ng konti ito. Siguro, puppy stage is the most difficult. Kasi kung saan hindi nila makontrol yung bladder nila. So, jingle kahit saan yan, pupupo yan, magpupup kahit saan yan. So, yun na lang. Sabi ko, nung una, I was about to get sick. Nagko-constrict yung dibdib ko, attorney, no? Dahil parang akala ko may allergy ako sa ihi, sa mga poop nila, no? At saka sa ano, at saka nung nakuha na, dumating sa amin ang baho nito. Pinaliguan pa namin. But yeah, anyway, so eto ay nagyoyon. Oo, ginising ko, ginising ko. Ayan. Ayan. So, kasi binati mo, inano kaya sinama natin. Nag-iiba ko kulay ng kanyang ano. Ay, today, to be exact, on the day that you came back and we're having the show, today is her 4th month. She was born September 17. Oo.
Oh,
Yeah, happy ano na siya, 4th month niyang birthday. And hopefully pagka nag-springtime tayo, uy, we will see you ni Sol. We'll have lunch or dinner. Oh, parang birthday celebration and whatever it is na, no? Magkita-kita tayo, no? And kasama namin. Pero ang problema, oo, ang problema namin, pinapalabas kami sa restaurant, pinapalabas kami sa mga, ano, we have to look for a dog-friendly place. No? Oo, bawal kasi ang mga aso pag minsan. Pero actually, hindi bawal. Bawal lang sa mga may kainan, yung mga talagang may food preparation. Pero hindi naman talaga bawal to. Dapat maski sa mall or ano, hindi bawal. Lalo na to, napakaliit nito. It's only 3 pounds lang to.
Yung German Shepherd ko siguro, bawal yun. Bawal siguro yun sa mga, ano, baka lundagin niya yung pagkain. Pero yan, mukhang maamong-maamong.
Nasa bag lang to, attorney. Pwedeng nasa bag lang, maliit lang ang bag nito. O, ang damit nito, double extra small. Ayan, no? Ganyan.
Double extra
sobrang liit niya. Yeah, double up. Pinamimili namin double extra small. Yeah, ilong niya. Liit niya, no? Kita mo ilong yan.
Ang liit. Ang liit ng ano niya,
Ang
yung
liit.
features niya. Ang cute.
Lahat
Baby
niya,
pa kasi.
mouth niya, nose, oo. Pero paglaki man nito, this is now about 1.8 kilograms. Ang talagang Pomeranian from 3 to 7 pounds. From 3 to 7 pounds. So, ang the heaviest should be 7 pounds more or less. So, imagine mo yun, mga napakagaan. Magaan lang. Pagaan talaga. Parang ano to, toy breed. This is a toy breed dog eh.
Dog. Yeah, toy
Anyway,
dog.
magpapaalam na tayo. So,
Alam mo si
look at Attorney
Suki,
Dana.
matutulog na yung aso eh.
Attorney Dana.
Bye!
Okay. Well,
Cute,
I guess it's
Sige
time
po,
for us to say
maraming
goodbye, no? Ayan. Magpapaalam na ho kami. Sa ngalan no, ni Attorney Dana Quinto, ni Attorney ni Direct, no? Paula Perez. At na aming little girl dito, si Snooki, who's celebrating her 4th month, no? Birth month. So, sa ngalan namin lahat, namin apat na, ito po si Sonny Laragan sabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay sa programang Legal Advice Corner, no? Sana nakadagdag kaalaman tayo for tonight. So, we'll see you again next week. So, till then, take care, God bless, and good night. And bye! Bye! Bye-bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye!